Hey everybody, Garcia here, and welcome back to Best of the Month, where we're going to be telling you about the best games we played last month and why we liked them so much. So here we go. My pick for Best of the Month is Covert. Covert here is a spy-themed game in which you have a network of spies. They're going to be moving around Europe. You are gathering intel, breaking codes, basically trying to outspy your opponent and come out ahead in the end. The game is sort of at its absolute most basic, it's a set collection game where you are sort of finishing missions by collecting specific things you need, but it utilizes all of its mechanisms to make something that feels greater than its parts. I like all these different aspects that it have that come together really well. And in clever ways. The code breaking aspects of the game are really cool. The traveling around Europe and leaving clues behind that your opponents can then show up and take and sort of use to their advantage is pretty clever. The whole thing is a real nice package, great look to it, and a neat theme. Go check out my review of it if you want to know a little bit more. But my best of the month, Covert.
Hi folks, Rebecca and Hunter here from Players Showdown, and our pick of the month is Pandemic Legacy.
Once again, we're a little late to the party, but I'm glad we finally got here. We were a little hesitant to play this two-player. We heard it wasn't necessarily as good, but Garcia said it worked just fine two-player, and we totally agree.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy the aspects of how it changes from month to month, and it brings a lot of variety into this game. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it has this overarching plot that just really immerses you in the game, and it's just an experience. So if you're hesitant to play the game because it's kind of a one-shot kind of thing, don't be. It's worth every penny. It is an amazing experience.
So check it out, Pandemic Legacy.
Our game of the month.
Hello folks, Mark here. I played so many great games this month, but I have to give it up for Jiraku. Why so much attention to a trick-taking game? Well, I had low expectations going in, and it really caught me by surprise, especially considering I'm more of a big box theme guy. Yes, I'm addicted to theme. Anyway, Jiraku is for 3 to 4 players, ages 12 and up, and it plays in 30 to 60 minutes. It's a fun take on area control combined with trick-taking. Yeah, I know, an interesting combo for sure. Outwit your opponents with tactical card play. Use your loyal samurais to bid control of areas and build prestige. Only a daimyo with the highest reputation and the biggest stick can rule Japan. You earn reputation points based on the score charts on the map, and each round changes how and where to score the best point combos. The game lasts for 3 rounds. Your samurai cubes will stay on the map between rounds, so it's very important to plan for the future while placing them. And so the player with the highest reputation wins. You know, I was pleasantly surprised with how much game and strategy is in this box. A unique take on trick-taking games with some great choices to be made, and the pacing is very different than a normal trick-taking game, which I enjoyed. I really liked the artwork and the battling for position during each round. I highly recommend this one, so give it a closer look.
Hello, and my pick for the month of July is Mystic Veil, designed by John D. Clare and published by AEG. This is a 2 to 4 player game using their card crafting system. Now what that means is you have translucent cards, which during the course of the game you're going to be putting them into sleeves to make stronger cards as the game goes along. Now they weren't the first people to use the translucent cards. 2 games come to mind: Hecatomb, published by Wizards of the Coast, and Dragon Booster, published by Score Entertainment. But this one adds that deck building element to it, which makes it a lot better. So my pick for the month of July, Mystic Veil. Check it out.
My game of the month is Victory or Death. This is game 2 in the Quartermaster General series, as you can see here, and I got to play it for the first time because it was just released this week at the World Board Gaming Championships. It is great. If you haven't played Quartermaster General, it's a quick, light war game, but it's a Euro-style war game with deck-building mechanics where you have a deck, you have to burn through cards, so you don't get to play every card. You have to really pick and choose which cards you play. It's a great game, and this is the follow-up game to Quartermaster General. It's called Victory or Death, and it is a great series and a great game, something that I highly recommend. So again, my game of the month this month is Victory or Death.
I'll tell you, really, if my favorite game this month hadn't come out, I could have easily picked so many different games this month to be game of the month. But too bad to all those, because Cry Havoc came out from Portal Games, and Cry Havoc hits that sweet spot with me. I'm currently ranking at a 9, probably moving up to a 9.5. This is an asymmetrical game that takes place on a planet, 4 different factions. One of the factions lives on a planet with plastic miniatures, a very unique combat system, some deck building involved, just really, like I said, special powers you have, and it's fast and interesting. Wow, this is a game that I liked just looking at it, loved playing it again, added to my collection. Easily the best game of this month for me, Cry Havoc.
Hi there folks, it's Ilya from Good Reviews. Last week we were on a honeymoon with Elina. Yeah, in Italy, in Cinque Terre, the 5 villages. And we also, it's a really beautiful place, and we also brought some games with us there. We brought some really cool games. One of the games was new to us, although it came out a few years ago, and it's Cinque Terre, the 5 villages, from Chris Handy and Rio Grande Games. This game, first of all, it fit the location with its theme well, and secondly, the game itself is really interesting. You are a farmer with a truck, and you are basically harvesting goods and selling them in villages. You go clockwise all the time, you're picking up goods, harvesting, whatever, and then selling them, and whoever gets the most money at the end of the game is the winner of the game. And I think it deserves to be our best of the month because it fit the location well. It's really simple, it's that gateway style. It plays good with 2 as well, so, and it plays up to 5 if we haven't played with bigger number of players. We'll probably do a review of this game later, but our best of the month is Cinque Terre, the 5 villages. See you next time. Bye.
My best of the month is Scythe. Scythe is this awesome game with lots of area control and resource management where you're trying to expand your empire and gather resources to be able to upgrade your civilization with an interesting worker placement feeling like action selection, where if people do the right thing, they can follow and get some resources too when you do certain actions. Tons of fun. There's a little bit of combat, which has one of my favorite forms of combat, like bidding combat, where you can kind of know what you're in for before you go into combat. It's a lot of fun. So if you're looking for a Euro-y 4X feeling game, check out Scythe.
Hi everybody, my pick of the month has to be Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft from Devere Games. I picked this up at Dice Tower Con and I am in love with it. This is essentially a strategic step up from a game like Lost Cities because it is 2 players only, and it shares that set collection mechanism where you're collecting different groupings of clue cards. But the way you get those clue cards is actually through a kind of action selection or worker placement mechanism, because thematically you're going to be questioning or taking actions with these different characters from the books. Thematically, the veneer is a little bit thin, but I really do love the art on the cards, and I really like the way that the actions you get kind of mimic what the characters were like in the stories. The game can be a little bit hard to find, but you can order it through BoardGameGeek.com or through MeepleSource.com. And MeepleSource happened to create these really cute custom meeples for Sherlock and Mycroft that add a little something special to the game when you play. If you are looking for a 2-player game that is light, quick, engaging with just enough meat to it, I definitely recommend you check out Holmes, Sherlock, and Mycroft.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Blender's Best of the Month. This month has to be, my favorite game has to be Cry Havoc from Portal Games. I was looking forward to giving this game a try because I saw the components. I love miniatures. I like the fact that they have miniatures and they're really neat miniatures. Not really dinky miniatures, but they're nice and chunky, and I like that they're there. I also like the way the board looks. I was really looking forward to it, trying to be careful not to hype it up too much. But finally got to play it a couple days ago at a meet up at Cool Stuff, and I really did enjoy it. I'm really looking forward to my second playthrough of it, and it's just a really great game. I love that Portal is kind of taking a step out of their own little wheelhouse, and they have taken a very good step out. This is a huge undertaking for a company like that to kind of go out into areas not yet previously explored, and they knocked this out of the park. So my best of the month for July is Cry Havoc from Portal Games. We'll see you on the flip side, folks.
Hi, my name's Dave Adams, and this month I got to play a small abstract game called Hex Agony. It really rekindled in me that love of simplicity done well. I feel like abstract games have taken such a back seat of late. Just playing this game brought back to me, or rekindled in me, that love of not needing a story, just picking up a game, playing the simplicity of the mechanics. Hex Agony just uses simple hexagon shapes with 3 different colors on each, and all you have to do is match the colors to make a hexagon. And that might seem like ridiculously simple, and it is, but it does start to form challenges over time. You think every time you play a tile, you're giving your opponent the chance to create a hexagon. But as the game progresses, you start to find strategies and tactics to try and shut your opponent out, to try and capture bonuses, and to get more hexagons onto the field or onto the table. It's a great little filler game. I really can't recommend it enough. Hex Agony, check it out.
And that wraps up our best of the month, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you again next month.